Don't you think so? We're live. You know that, huh?
Oh, are we?
We're live.
Well, the wind was blowing.
The wind was blowing. Yeah, the wind blowing. Look. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. This is Danny and
Wanda.
the big Deep South Homestead.
I do have my fan here, so if it makes noise, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's.
But I had to have something because this room doesn't have its own.
We don't have the AC hooked up in here yet. Yeah.
And we're not off grid, even though we're building a cabin. We're not off grid. So Becky and Brunscombe,
Florida Homesteader. Good evening, my friends. Hello.
Gemini.
There's Miss Denise and Kubota Acres and all the good friends.
Mama tried. Mark. Mark Amanda's going to be a little late, so you've got it until somebody else pops in as far as moderator.
S. Federley. Hey, S. Federley.
And 2 wild onions. And
a
busy little house.
Yes.
And a whole bunch of other people.
And a whole bunch of people is starting to just pop in here now. We're going to be Heaven Bound Homestead. I can see, I do read that one. Mary Beth and Richard. And all of them. Real quick. I kill them bugs with duct tape. All right. That's what I'm talking about, Denise.
If nothing else works, get some duct tape.
Duct tape works. It's like baling twine. It works. Hay baling twine. It works for everything. Yeah.
That's just too funny.
That is funny now. Yeah.
All right. So, have all of you got your homestead chores done?
Woo! We didn't get all of ours done today. We needed the water, and we didn't get it done.
Yeah. Hello. I see everybody popping in. Duct tape hanging by the only light in the house. Pretty much.
Oh.
No, we got up early. Well, we stayed at the cabin.
We stayed at the cabin last night.
Had a reasonably decent night.
And the dogs woke us up, what, once or twice?
They woke you up. I guess they woke me up. I didn't realize it until after.
Yeah, it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock. The dogs woke us up. And then about 4:30 this morning, they woke me up again. So.
Yeah. But we had a reasonably good night otherwise.
Yep.
We came over and got busy. We had, what did we do first? We we fed the animals, and then I took Hank to
the front
pasture and let him run around while we picked green beans.
Yep.
And we got a 5-gallon bucket. Wait.
Do we have any pictures?
Somewhere go all the way down.
Let me look.
I forgot what I put in here. Going down, green beans, somewhere green beans. Hit that green beans 2.
Green beans 2?
That's what the field looks like, I think.
Ta-da!
That's what our green beans look like.
That's what our green beans look like.
And we got a video coming up on that, so we won't discuss that a whole lot more. But anyway, we got a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, we picked 5 gallons this morning.
Now the can,
which technically is not. We're used to getting a lot more than that, but we're happy to get the 5.
Okay, go up to the other one.
The other one here, and this is later in the day, I'm guessing, huh? Yeah,
because I canned green beans. We had to snap and can, and this is not all of them. This was the first batch. I had 7 quarts of green beans, and then I did some potatoes and green beans, and I had 6 quarts of those and 1 quart of potatoes that I did. Has the water gone down for you to get out? It went down the next day.
The water went down the same day.
It was up one day, went down the second day. Then now we're in a drought.
Now we're in a drought. We can't keep enough water here, guys.
Mainly because we're sandy.
Yeah, we are. We're having 95 to 98 degree temperatures every day with 103 to 108 degree heat index. You know, it is just killing our plants. We're losing stuff left and right.
Now the green beans look good on the surface, but when you see our video, you'll see what's going on. We're not going to just give the video away, but
Golfmania said they can help you if you need a moderator.
Okay,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Just run over there and make them a moderator. All right. You don't have to do it, or you got to stop it and back it up.
Well, how do I stop it and back it up?
Grab the mark. Grab that right over here.
I don't see it.
Right there. Grab that and back it up. Now it'll stop.
Here we go. All right.
Okay.
I'll figure it out in a minute. Add
I'll wait to the bottom. There you go.
All right, Ghostmania. That works. Thank you.
All right, now,
Amanda will
now
be here in
click
just a
the
little
blue
bit.
line, the blue arrow. There we go.
Okay. Hit 100 in South Georgia today. It was what, 98?
It was 98 here today with 108-degree heat index.
And it was that yesterday.
And yesterday. Denise says, Mr. Danny, you asked about those black bags. They hold water just perfect and doing great. I don't even know where we don't even have them around here.
All right, I think I got them. I'm adding Broussard 2. Yeah, that way that gives us 2 more.
Yeah.
Just in case. Okay.
Yeah. Bayou Homestead says, where are we at? We're about 30 miles north of the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Life with Linda. Danny with no hat. Wow. He thought about it when he sat down.
Right when I sit down, I told her, I said, I don't have my hat on. I said, oh no. I said, oh well, whatever. I ain't worried about it.
Y'all see his head shining?
Head shining. Look at that. Woo! God made a few perfect heads and he put hair on the rest of them.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah. Abama Gardner says it was 98, but it was 105 heat index. Wow.
Yeah. Denise said, I ordered them 18-gallon and 20-gallon, affordable and doing good. We may have to look into them.
What is it?
Those grow bags.
Somebody was supposed to send us some and they never did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these people contact us all the time, say, will you do a review? And we say yes, and then we never see their product. So we get some products, we don't get others. So grow bags was something we did not
We were
get.
talking to Kevin and Sarah, and they were talking about how hot it was in Arkansas, being 85 degrees. I told them, I said, I would take 85 right now, hands down, because I'm telling you.
Missouri.
Missouri, I'm sorry. In Missouri. I'll get it right in a minute. In Missouri, I would take 85 degrees right now with no problem, you know.
Yeah, because we went from really cool days. I mean, it was hot.
We went
it
from
was in
60s.
the 80s.
We went from 60s in the morning to 80s in the day.
To, it's probably 70s at night.
70s at night and 90s,
98.
high 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the heat index way over.
The heat index over 100. Yeah, so.
The Stivers said, I'm not happy with the grow bags.
Not a huge fan. Maybe user error, not sure.
I don't know. We haven't tried grow bags because we have all these containers and stuff. And so I was going to try them because I thought it might be a good way if our subscribers like them. That's why we do most of the reviews.
Well, now our peppers are doing pretty good in the containers on the hill over there. But now I noticed this evening they needed watering, but we didn't get to. So we'll have to do it first thing in the morning.
Yeah, we're going to have to water. And all our containers are needing water. Everything after we watered this morning.
Yes, yesterday evening.
Night.
We watered last night.
We watered really, really good last night. And when we say watered good, that's
I mean,
really
I'm talking about.
For us, it's minute. Most people heavy water with a hose. We had to tote water, and our sweet potatoes are looking horrible. This is the first time we've ever had this kind of luck with sweet potatoes.
Our first 200 we set out, we probably lost 25 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Our second 200 we set out, we probably only have, 50 or 75 of them that's maybe going to make it.
Yeah.
Because the heat is just killing them.
Adrian said it was 98 in Spartanburg, too. Wow. Danny said a while ago, he came through and he goes, oh, wow. It's 1 degree cooler than it was a while ago. And I said, wow, a cooling spell.
A cooling spell just come through. Megan, yes, we harvested all the onions we had left in the ground. We have no onions left, other than our Egyptian walking onions, and we don't harvest them.
Deborah said they collect water off the barn, 1,200-gallon tanks. They're empty already. They never have enough water. Wow. That's what we were talking about, doing some rain catchment at the cabin, and Danny was talking about 4 barrels, and I told him those 4 barrels wouldn't last us a week because we use more than that water just trying to water this garden. So, I mean, what we figured, right at 30 gallons.
We put 30 gallons this morning.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. Well,
we have to tote it over there so we know how much we take. And so that way, 30 gallons at a time, and that's just putting a little bit of water, maybe a cup full of water to each
Okay, I got to
plant.
answer some stuff. The Oklahoma rocks, yes, we've been praying for y'all in Oklahoma because we know the whole state is under a state of emergency. Gemini. Contact Amanda from Freedom Acres.
Yes.
Anybody who, I don't know how many sweet potato slips she has. She got the sweet potatoes from us. She planted them. They're growing slips. She's not going to be using them this year. She has some slips that she's going to be selling. She'll be on here a little later. She's on the road right now trying to get home. But she's going to have sweet potato slips this coming week up on her Etsy store for sale.
Ghost Manny said their cherry tomatoes are finally red. She said, I guess that 40 weeks of pregnancy. It is like being pregnant. Those tomatoes are just making you want them to turn, but you got to give them their time. They got to get there. Our little cherry tomatoes are turning too.
YouTube Yoda says, have we tried the rain dance yet? Well, I'll tell you what. I had a guy one time on my job show me a dance, and he showed me what to do in the dirt. And he did it, and it rained within 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm almost tempted to try it again. I may not have the power that he had, but, I mean, and he did it like twice. I said, oh, that was just luck. He did it another day, and it worked. So, I don't know. I may try it. I'm not superstitious, but I may try it.
Firefly Moon Pie says, hello from Florida, the land of fun and sun.
Yes. Same here in northeast Mississippi. My only tomatoes doing good are the ones that get light afternoon shade just to experiment. Give them an umbrella. Yes, I agree completely.
My tomatoes.
There's Living Traditions Homestead. Your drip system is what saved us growing.
Our drip system.
In the Arizona desert. Okay.
Well, see, we have the drip system for the tomatoes. You just haven't hooked it up yet because we've had so much rain. But we have this sand. So if it rains like it rained all what's supposed to have been spring, we got rain. So we've not hooked the drip system up, but we may have to. The tomatoes are going to need it.
Heaven Bound says, dance before the Lord like David did. Well, David just won a victory, and he was dancing in the parade. And as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, his wife really got a hold to him and got ugly with him for doing that. But
okay. Tammy says, hello, Danny and Wanda. Happy Memorial Weekend. I heard disco works the best. So is it talking about disco music?
Yeah.
Something like play that funky music, white boy, or something. What, didn't we hear that song a couple of days ago?
RB said, I seen Long Beach, Mississippi farmers already had corn in and okra.
Now our okra is about
our okra is about that tall.
I didn't put a picture, but it's about this tall.
You didn't put a picture of it.
I've got it on my phone. You want me to show them on my phone?
No. Well, hold on. Let's back up here. Look at some of our pictures. Didn't you get some pictures here today?
I did the pepper.
Okay, this is what we harvested some of today. These are our mucho nacho peppers.
They're like a jalapeno pepper, but they're fatter.
Yeah.
And
they're shorter and fatter.
We have some banana peppers, but they're not ready to pick yet. They're about half the size they need to be.
Yeah.
We have some tiny bell peppers. It'll be a while, 2 or 3 weeks before we get bell peppers. Flip it on up. I done forgot what else I've got up there.
Okay, I see.
The green beans we done done.
Porch. Okay.
We don't have much else right now. I'm going to do a video.
There's going to be some.
I've got some other things, but it's not really that important. I'm doing a walk around video shortly on all the garden stuff. And then I've got the cabin garden. It should be on Crazy Days, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday. We'll see.
Tammy said, I planted tomatoes with calcium, just like you said, and they're looking good. Well, ours did really good with the calcium nitrate. What is the best okra to plant? I'm in Louisiana. Well, I would advise 2 of them. One, the Louisiana Velvet would be number 1. And the Clemson Spineless would be number 2. I might even go a third one. One of them would be the Star of David. If you like frying okra, the Star of David is tops for frying okra.
Yeah, we love the Star of David. And Hoss Tools carries it. So we have a link in the description. Y'all can check out Hoss Tools. Let me mention right quick, while I'm thinking about it, the giveaways that we have. You can put up the Greenstalk. We hit 70,000 just 2 or 3 hours ago. And Greenstalk planters has agreed to give away a 4-tier planter like you see in your choice of colors with the roller base, but you have to go to the link in our description in all the videos that like the this one and in the giveaway video. You have to go to that link and sign up. A lot of people did not understand that, and they were just saying, I want the Greenstalk. That doesn't get you a Greenstalk planter. You have to go to that link to sign up. And all the other gifts that we're giving away, you just have to comment in the video. So the Greenstalk is one thing. The rest is seeds. Hoss Tool gave 3 packs of seeds in the little tins. The flower seeds is one of them.
One of them, yes.
But Hoss Tools gave us the seeds in the tins. If you go back and watch the giveaway video, everybody's wanting those seeds. One of them is a flower pack. One is a salad pack.
Mix, and one of them is
a garden.
Heirloom garden.
Yeah. So everybody's loving all the Greenstalk and the seeds. Then we have a solar light for the flag and the pipes, the fermenting pickle pipes or whatever.
Yeah, pickle pipes.
Both wide mouth and regular. So, guys, y'all go check out the Greenstalk thing and all the other. Go to our giveaway and listen to it.
Beth said they planted the jambalaya okra from Hoss and were already harvesting. Wow.
Wow.
That is very impressive.
We have some of that, but that is not what you planted. What did you plant?
I planted the Crimson Spineless number 99.
Yeah, you were going to try it.
It's a new one.
Yeah.
Hello, Joint Chiefs of Prep.
How often can we enter the Greenstalk? You can enter once per email address, I believe is the way she said it. If you've signed up once with an email address and you go back in with the same email address, it won't take it the second time. It's the way I believe it's done.
Yeah, Greg and Travis did say that the jambalaya is an early producer. We're looking at planting some of that ourselves next year maybe. We don't have room for it this year.
Yeah, we're probably going to restructure a lot next year.
Hunter 62012 says they got 48 tomato plants planted today. Rain finally stopped in Minnesota.
Wow.
We ain't getting that much rain anymore.
We got plenty for a while, and it was nice because we didn't have to water anything. But now that the main gardens are kicking in is when we need the water. That's usually when we don't get any.
Yeah. And it's really at a crucial time for us, too, because it was so cold for so long we couldn't get anything in the ground, and now we got stuff in the ground, there's no rain to get it up. Yeah. Our okra's about that tall.
Which it came up in record time.
But it's the second time we planted it. We had to plant it twice.
The first time you planted before the flood.
Yeah, before the flood. Sounds like Noah.
I know. Every time I say that, I'm thinking before the flood, after the flood, before the flood, after the flood. Sounds kind of weird.
Yeah.
What could you still plant in Zone 8?
What can you still? You still plant anything.
Anything.
Anything except cool weather crops.
Yeah.
You can't plant no green beans. You can't plant any English peas, no broccoli, no cabbage, no turnips, no collards or anything like that.
In Zone 8.
In Zone 8, but now because it's too hot now.
You'll have to wait till what? September, October?
Probably about October.
Yeah.
Probably wait until October.
Yeah, Beth was mentioning Homestead Mama. Yes, we do want to keep Homestead Mama and Ben, and Melissa and Ben in our prayers, and baby Ben. She's keeping everybody, her, Ben, one, are doing videos, keeping you updated, but I did see one earlier where they were blowing his veins because of trying to stick him so much even in his head, and she's trying to get him to stop.
Yeah.
And he was jaundiced. So y'all keep him in your prayers, and I think she has a P.O. box if you want to help out. Plus there is not PayPal, what is the other one?
I'm just reading comments. You just keep rolling.
What was the other one besides PayPal? GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe.
There is a GoFundMe. So, what can you plant indoors, if anything?
Oh, wow! Indoors, you can plant your sprouts indoors. You can plant microgreens indoors. You can plant lettuces indoors as long as you have them under controlled climates. You know, stuff like that. The microgreens do really good. Small lettuces do good. Radishes, stuff like that. Little small radishes do good. If you have them in some herbs, if you have them in a controlled environment. Yeah. Do you pick rattlesnake beans the same size as regular green beans or let them get bigger? No, you pick them at the same size. If you let them get bigger, they'll be stringy. Yeah, we try to get them before they get too big because I don't like the stringiness of a bean. I don't like a stringy bean. Plus, and now if you want them to go to seed, you just let them stay on the vine. And that's the beauty of rattlesnake beans. You can use the seed as a dried bean. Yeah. And like you would red beans or anything else. Or you can use them for seed. Regina said, I've tried planting broccoli to get it to go sprout. Any suggestions? Broccoli takes 7 to 14 days, and the soil has to stay damp but not wet, and it has to be like, it's one of them kind of freaky plants. The soil needs to be around 50 or 60 degrees, but then it needs to not get hotter than that. Beth says, what do you mean by a controlled environment? Where you control the temperature, where the temperature stays like no hotter than 70 degrees. Do we grow purple hull peas? Yes. Yes, we do grow purple hull peas, but it's not. We don't usually plant them till like June, mid-June or something. How are the almonds? Their son got married this past weekend, so they're fine and dandy. They've just been really, really busy with between a wedding and they do the farmer's market. So they'll be probably popping back in with some videos over the next week or so. They just have to get past the wedding. Mama Tribe Homestead said, any tips to get really rusted canning lid rings off? Hot water is the best thing that I know of. Just put them under hot water and run them, or either take a little blowtorch and heat that ring, and then take something that won't burn your hands and try to unscrew them off of there. Well, the Green Thumb Gardening channel popped in. Guys, that brings me to our Cherokee Tan versus the Seminole Pumpkin collaboration. Oh, gosh, I'm getting sleepy, guys. You better hurry up. I sent out about 40 packages to different channels, and we have a playlist called the Cherokee Tan versus the Seminole Pumpkins. And all these people are sending me videos, and I'm throwing them in that playlist. They're going to try and grow those seeds, and we're going to see how many people all over the United States, how they grow them, and where they're at growing them. And the Green Thumb Gardening channel is one of them. The Broussards are one. I can't remember. Stivers, I think, is growing them. I believe Gossmania may be. I can't remember. Quite a few channels. I've got a whole list of them that are going to be. Well, I see some here on us now. Is this right here? This is ours? Yes. This is ours going in the trash pile. I stuck the seeds in the trash pile. No fertilizer. Gemini said she is. Hers is 8 inches tall. Yep. Ours has no fertilizer, no nothing. Yeah, we're going to see how ours. Somebody asked how the palm of my hand was. Somebody asked how your foot was or leg. See that right there? Yeah, it's a little bruised. It's healing up, though. Somebody asked about your leg, and I'm not sure what's wrong with your leg. What did you do to your leg? I don't know. My legs are always something wrong with them. But I don't remember. What did it? I have RLS. He's always doing something with it. He's getting hurt. Freedom Makers made it. Amanda, we told him. Gemini wants some sweet potato slips. Ms. Denise from Gemini Homestead wants some sweet potato slips, so get with her. Broussard said their Cherokee Tan just broke the ground. Good. Amy said they're coming up in the garden as well as in the cups. Yeah, they planted them both ways. They're starting some in cups and some in the garden. And we've had people like, I think the Green Thumb and a couple of other ladies, and I can't remember who they were, planting. They take tires. Some of them have painted them and fixed them. Green Thumb put his on a big stump, which I thought was a cool idea. And we've had people putting them on where they're going to trellis them.
it's just going to be exciting to see how they do.
Sandy, we will keep you in our prayers. She had surgery Monday, and please pray for a speedy recovery.
Megan, black-eyed peas from the grocery store can be planted.
Yes, they will. You can plant them. Red beans, it don't matter. You can plant black beans, turtle beans, whatever you want to call them. Lima beans, they all grow.
They will.
We have literally experimented with all of them and have had really good success.
Yes. So I've actually got some red beans, I believe, in the cabin garden. I think that I planted zucchini beans and red beans, I believe, out there.
Strong in Faith Farm says, "Got to go. Love y'all. Sending you snail mail soon."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sinclair says, "Sorry I'm late mowing the yard and watching Cardinals."
Well, it's already dark here, so we can't mow the yard.
Yeah, we've been watching the birds. I have a little short video if it looks okay. I haven't even had time to look at it with baby birds. I'm going to see how that does. Let's see.
Oh, there is Bethesda. My eyes are blurry. Bethesda Homestead from New Jersey.
That's the ones that was in one of the collabs. They joined. If y'all have not done a video, go back and watch Our Homestead World. Liz Zorab from England and I
That's
from
my daughter.
the UK.
Hello, Jennifer.
Started this collab a year ago, and we wanted everybody to do a video. There's questions in the description, and we wanted to have Our Homestead World. We want people from all over the world. I wanted people from all over the United States, in every state of the United States, even in different counties in each state. And we had our gathering about the same time as the collaboration was going on, so I did not promote it like I should have last year. So I don't know how you say it, but it means like Baptist. I done forgot how you say the word. They joined, and they are in New Jersey. We've had people from several different countries join, but a lot from several states in the United States. So if you have a channel and you have time to go back and look at Our Homestead World, look at my playlist and send me a link if you do a video.
RB says, "Is y'all's English peas doing good this year?" Well, they're dying right now. We probably have one last little picking on them, which will be mostly seeds to save, I imagine. Yeah. But we only got, what, around 40 pints?
About 40 pints.
We got about 40 pints. We were about 25 pints shy of what we needed. But we're thankful to get what we got.
Yes. So they did at least recuperate somewhat. They were actually, I don't know if I put a picture.
Jennifer said they're headed to God's country, Dixon, Tennessee, on Tuesday.
Yeah. Our English peas were actually blooming. We've got little peas on them, but the whole bottoms of them are dying. They're
we don't have any pictures.
I've got them, but they're on my phone. I'm telling you, I put everything on my phone and I forgot to transfer it over.
Yeah. And plus, guys, I'm going to show you something that we have an abundance of here. If anybody needs them and you're close enough and want them, you see this right here?
Yes, please.
We have these things by the thousands. And we don't need that many of them anymore.
Does anybody?
If anybody lives close to us and wants them, you may please come and get them.
Because Monday they're probably going to the dump.
Yeah, they're going to go to the dump here shortly because we don't have any need. I mean, we've got another 500 to 1,000 just sitting in the living room in here.
In the dining room.
I mean, the dining room. So
yeah,
we don't need that.
I don't know if they can see it or not, but let me see.
You have to turn it where the
light hits it. Can y'all?
The light's gonna reflect off of it. Turn it.
It's not doing. Here, you try it. I don't know that it'll show. All right, it's not going to
show where you can actually tell. But anyway, that's them.
That's the green beans.
Green beans and the
English peas.
I'm sorry, the English peas, and they're dying.
They're dying. The row cover did great to keep weeds out. But
TJ Prep says, "Why are you giving those rings away? Because we don't need that many. We can't can that many at one time. We've still got 500 to 1,000 in our dining room, and we've probably got 3,000 jars. You do not leave the rings on your jars once you can. You take them off.
Yeah, we never leave them on. And these have collected, I would say half of them were here when I got here, and they've been in the cellar. So we were cleaning the cellar out this week, and I told him I needed more space. So all the rings came out. So these, some of them are gold rings, some of them are silver. And if you want them, please come get them. If not, they are going to the dump. I'm like them with the cats and Grizz and the cats.
They're saying give them to, they say give them to Salvation Army, Goodwill. People use them to make pumpkins for autumn out of. And
well, I tried that. I made some the first gathering and gave away a few at the first gathering, but it's more trouble than it's worth. So I didn't want to sit and try and do that. Nobody would buy them anyway.
Yeah, guys, somebody said, Seller Ridge said, put them beside the road with a free sign. We live in the country. People out here, they don't stop and pick up stuff on the road.
The only thing they pick up on the road is if they're stealing something.
If they're stealing something, yeah.
There's a value that you're not trying to give away. Is there anything to help the southern
The
wilt?
wilt got some of my tomatoes. Is there anything to help it? Maybe the southern wilt. Once it happens, Grumpy, it just, there's not really much you can do. You can start taking the bottom leaves off and try to salvage them that way, but in the end, it will eventually get them.
William, if you're really serious and you would like some, you'd have to message me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. They said it is Batista, B-A-T-I-S-T-A. Batista. I think I'm saying that similarly close.
Bethesda.
No, right here, Batista.
Oh, I thought you.
Is how they're saying Batista Homestead,
Okay,
I believe.
Batista.
I'm getting closer, I know. Sell at a scrapyard.
It would cost more gas to drive there.
we don't live close to one.
TJ Prep said, we live just outside of Wiggins, Mississippi, 30 miles north of the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast, that is. It said post them on the Wiggins yard sale page.
Ghost Mania said she would take some. All right. Well, they're on my porch because I did not want to bring them in. And I did not want to leave them in the cellar because, like I said, we're cleaning out, getting everything looking nice in the cellar again. So, if you send me an email at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, I'll get it right in a minute.
Sinclair asked a question and it went past before I saw it. Let me see what.
I will get with you because there's probably at least 1,000, if not 1,500.
Let me find. Sinclair says, you have rings. What are the best lids to get? We only use the silver ball lids. We don't use the gold or anything like that from Mason or anything else like that. We only use the silver lids.
Daycares and stuff for crafts, yeah. I mean, okay, 100 or so, some people would want. This is at least 1,000.
This is around 1,000, yeah.
I'm talking at least 1,000.
A question was asked, what can you do to get rid of the blight? There's not much you can do. It's just you except plant hybrid varieties that are resistant to it, and then sometimes it still gets them.
Yeah. So, okay, we get
one of my favorite tomato plants have will the existing tomatoes ripen? Yeah, they'll still ripen, Jennifer.
Okay. Jerusha said she would take some, so yeah. Y'all just message me. If y'all will promise to come get them within a week or so, I will hang on to them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to the dump. If nobody sends me an email, I'll take them to the dump. And I have a huge mirror in there. I don't have a picture of it right now. Somebody needs a mirror, a Deep South mirror. I put it on a page once before for 25 bucks. It's like the big, huge one that was in our dining room. We just need to get rid of it too.
All right, Jen, we'll see you later. Is there any tricks to being able to grow watermelons in a smaller area? I really want to grow some, but don't have much land.
Just keep pushing the vines in. And
well, you can grow the little icebox melons, the little small ones.
What is it?
The
Sweet Babies?
Sweet Babies, or where?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the name of them anyway, but they're little icebox melons. They're little small ones. Those do really good in a confined area.
Yeah, and you can keep the vines pushed in before they start.
Before the
going
trundles
everywhere.
start grabbing onto everything.
Yeah. We do that with cucumbers and everything else lots of times. Sugar babies.
Sugar babies. That's it.
I kept
wanting to call them sweet something, but it's
keep
sugar
thinking
babies.
Sweet baby raised
I know, it's barbecue sauce. Yeah, it's sugar babies.
Yeah. That's it.
That's
the ones. I think I have 2 planted in my garden right now. I thought I would try it and see if something. I mean, they're up.
Yeah, we really didn't get any melons planted. We got 2 of them, I think, up, but the rest of them we just hadn't had a chance.
So tell them one thing you did today was planted.
I planted peanuts today.
Peanuts.
We had a row of them over there, made up for sweet potato slips, and well, we run out. So
and we maybe sweet potato pour.
We maybe sweet potato pour before long because we planted a whole bunch more of them in the ground to get them up, But I planted a whole row of the Virginia Fancy peanuts today, so we'll see how they do. They've been in the freezer for like 3 years, so I don't know if they'll make it or not.
Yeah, Charlotte, our Blue Lake green beans, we got a 5-gallon bucket today off of them. Their blooms like crazy, but it's so dry. I don't know. We'll see how many we actually get over the next few weeks. Will you be boiling the peanuts? Well, a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we planted a whole field of them. And we boiled all of them. I actually put them in jars and canned them. And we still have 15, 20 jars left in the cellar. And that was 3 years ago. We don't eat that many boiled peanuts. So when I open a jar and I eat my fill, then I don't want any more for a while. And so we actually can the boiled peanuts.
Baker Mom says, what do you do with the peanuts after you harvest them? Do you have to dry them, and how do you store them? Yes, you...
Well, I just answered part of
did
that.
you?
With the jarring, we boiled them.
Well, we bought, but you have to let them lay in the field or hang them on a fence row or something other for about a week. And then you pull them off the plant, and you can store them then, or you can can them, you can shell them, or you can do whatever you want to do. You can roast them.
We did the jungle peanuts couple of years ago.
We grew jungle peanuts because they don't have the fungus, the yellow fungus that other peanuts have that causes pancreatic cancer. But we grew the Virginia Fancies.
Yes, that's the ones you planted today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do have jungle peanut seeds.
Yeah, we have
also.
the jungle peanut seeds, yeah.
Let's see, Cynthia at Legacy Homestead. Lots of sunshine in northeast today. Finally, no rain.
Well, we finally need some rain. We need a little bit, not a lot. We just need a little bit.
Yeah, but every time we start getting rain, it's the severe thunder, lightning,
flooding, storms.
Crazy.
I mean, our sweet corn's tossing and all that, and it just blows it down.
We don't need that right now.
We don't need that right now. We need rain on the sweet corn, but we don't need it right now because it's tossing.
We have grown eggplant before, but it's been 2 years.
Yeah, we put some eggplant in a salsa we made, and I really only like the eggplants if they're sliced up and fried like French fries. That's really the only way I care for them.
Do you ever use baking soda on downing mildew?
I have in the past. You mix it up in a sprayer and actually spray it on, and I have used a little bit of milk with it, and it has, I've had some success with it, but we don't even have time to do that anymore. We have so much.
Baker's mom says, I'll send you some rain. They live in Missouri.
Oh.
Yeah, we have seen the most flooding, the most tornadoes. It's just been horrific.
I've been trying to keep up with what's going on in literally the whole belt of the United States through Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, on up through Indiana, up through there. Everything's just underwater. I mean, literally.
Yeah. Do you fertilize Danny corn? Tell them how to do Danny corn.
Well, I said, when do I fertilize it?
Oh, when?
I fertilize Danny corn with ammonium nitrate or ammonium sulfate. You can't get ammonium nitrate no more. When it's 8 inches tall, I do it when it's knee high, and then I'll sprinkle a little bit down it when it gets to be about waist high, and just water it in. And then after that, I mean, it'll kick and go.
Okay. What am I seeing?
Eva said they planted 21 apple trees and plum trees on this spring on their new homestead. They're excited. Yes.
Yeah, and Broussard's right. All that water is going to flow down the Mississippi. which means all of us, like they're in Louisiana and we're in Mississippi, they're on one side of the river and we're on the other. It's kind of like railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Well, one of us on one side and one's on the other. That water's got to come down. You need low-lying areas is going to be flooded, and you know it's going to affect the seafood industry once all that extra water gets on the coast and hits the Gulf. So the seafood industry is going to be a little.
Nikki says the storms are coming back into Mustang, Oklahoma tonight. Should have planted rice.
All right. The Happy Max Happy Homestead. I'll get it right. Corn is getting yellow at the bottom. I put blood meal. Should I put something else? Put
ammonium sulfate. Blood meal is ammonia or is nitrogen. Let me say that. It's nitrogen, but it's not a very good source of nitrogen. It's not very heavy, and that's okay around finicky plants. Corn needs heavy nitrogen. We can't find calcium nitrate. Any tips? We get ours at our regular feed store here.
Yeah, we found some. Was that nitrate?
Yes, calcium nitrate. We were at the feed store the other day looking at it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's in a 5-pound bag. Sometimes Walmart carries it.
Yeah, you just have to kind of keep an eye out. In Florida, they have a 400-acre fire burning. Wow.
Wow, 99-degree temperature and wind.
Good night, reap what you sow. Let's see. I'm going to run into trouble since my blue legs
sprouted about 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Do we ever plant grains for the animals? The only grain we plant for animals is corn.
We tried wheat one time. The only animal that got it was a
rooster, and he ended up dying and had to get the wheat back out of him to replant.
That was like the funniest thing.
Broussard said, can't you add tums to your tomato plants? You can if you dissolve them ahead of time and water, and then pour the water around your plants.
Yeah.
Something slipped past me there about somebody having problems.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I can't read
everything's going so fast. It's hard for me to read them all.
So what else did we get done? We did a lot today besides canning. What else did you do?
I worked on the cabin. I put up some soffit work on the cabin.
Oh, I have a picture of the porch finished.
Oh, the porch is finished on the cabin. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see if I can find my little cursor. There we go.
We've been enjoying the porch. Y'all see my swing?
This Wanda she got her double rocker to put on the porch. The porch is actually finished around the cabin now.
I got to move it back. Anybody that saw the video on Crazy Days, it was further up because he didn't have the back of the porch finished. Now he's finished all the way. We can go in the front door and come out on the porch. We can go in the back door and come out on the porch. We can walk all the way around. It is so nice. And the wind's been blowing for several days. I don't know what we're going to do when it gets hot, but
yeah, right now we have a breeze that blows across the hill over there, and it's kind of nice to sit there.
It's a lot nicer than our porch here, really.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you can see the camera in the bottom corner of the screen, still sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're over on Patreon, thank you for being our patron supporters. But over there, you'll see videos about the cabin build and where we're at with it and all that kind of stuff.
Sinclair says if we can't read it, he'll type slower. Sinclair, did you get Danny corn planted? I'm just curious. It's a great location for videos. Yes.
It is.
Except the wind's blowing, so I had to get out the lapel mics, and we're going to try that. I hate having to use those mics, but we're going to see. Maybe it'll do a little better. The wind's just kind of messing things up.
Eva, I have never really took time to put crushed eggs or an egg underneath a tomato plant. I know people who do it, but the logistics of it is that it takes years for eggshells to break down in the soil where a plant can actually absorb the calcium from the shells. There's a protein that can be given off, but it takes time for this to happen, and I'm not sure that in one season it can. I'm not going to dispute anybody who does it. If they have success at it, that's great. But I look at it from the scientific side, and scientifically speaking, it takes too long for the shell to break down in the egg and everything. I've seen people have better luck with birth control pills than with actual eggs.
Yeah. All right, somebody, Mama Tribe wants to know how the animals is doing. Is the cow pregnant? Yes,
We're hoping she hasn't come back into heat.
This is going on 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the 3rd month. So we're thinking yes, but you never know. I mean, you know, like finicky females, we have no clue. The goats are really doing great. We've been moving them back and forth between the fields. The pigs are getting to go into the front field when we move the goats out. The cows are in the back field. The other pigs are in the back here.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their place, and they're doing really good right now. Hank he got to get out and run.
He got
in
to
the
run today.
front field, but he is barking at something at night, so Danny's fixing to have to see what he is actually barking at.
Okay, Simple Frugal Living says I use Epsom salt in the holes before I plant my tomatoes and my peppers. I do the same thing because they are heavy magnesium feeders. They need magnesium to be able to
keep away the blossoming rot.
Well, magnesium doesn't do the blossoming rot. Calcium does.
Oh, the calcium. Okay.
But they need magnesium for good cell structure.
Yeah.
Inside the plant.
I guess it's going dead. Yeah.
It just needs to be plugged up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Epsom salt works great. Epsom salt's also good for removing stumps. If you need a stump removed, just drill it full of holes and pour the Epsom salt in it. What's your thoughts on electric net fencing to move goats through the woods? If you've got the right electric net fencing, it works good as long as it's grounded good and the goat's feet are grounded good. Now, if it's really, really dry, it's not going to work.
Our goats are on
Our goats rear up on our fence and get over it all the time.
They don't get out, but they just get up on it, which makes it saggy.
Yeah.
And you have to constantly be on to them. What are your thoughts on electric net fencing?
I just did that.
Oh, that's the one.
That's one I just read.
We don't keep our animals in with the electric net fencing.
No, we have regular woven wire fencing that we keep around ours. Now, there is an electric wire on the inside of it.
Yeah.
But
we don't use that woven. I've got it around my garden at the cabin, and it's not really a round. It's only on the sides where the deer might come through, kind of as a deterrent, and it's not plugged up.
North Star Prepsteader, how much Epsom salt? I put 1 tablespoon per plant scattered around it and then watered in.
Do we plan on using shade cloth for the tomatoes? No.
Not at the moment. We don't.
And I do have it on my Greenstalk.
We have it on the Greenstalk.
Over those tomatoes, I do have 40% shade cloth over it right now because I have carrots in there and I have strawberries and I have 2 tomato plants. So I do have some shade cloth over that.
Garden Makeover says, how tall should the plants be? I do mine when they're about 10 inches tall. I'll start doing it, and then after that I'll do it like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. I was trying to think. We have been busy, but we've been going over to the cabin and taking some time to chill. We're trying to learn not be busy 24/7. This one's harder than I am. I could sit over there all day. But then when I come home, I have to do double and triple duty to get things done. So
Beth, I do it about every 2 weeks.
Cat's Homestead says their power's out after a strong storm.
Storms came through. Okay. Well, take care of yourself. Lord, yes.
So
yeah, Epsom salt is really a good thing because really most of our soil is depleted of magnesium and calcium and selenium. So those are the 3 trace minerals that you really try to need to be able to get back into the soil as much as you can.
When is the best time to water your plants in the heat outside so they don't burn? Late in the evening.
Only water your plants late in the evening or early in the morning.
After the sun's gone down.
After the sun goes down or in the morning before the sun comes up.
Yeah. Don't water up during the day.
Never water during the day.
That's when a lot of people make their mistakes. They wait till 9, 10 o'clock to get up and do anything, or they go out after lunch and want to do it then. Do it before 7 o'clock in the morning if you can, and after 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. We've been watering,
Yeah.
what was it, 7:30, 8 o'clock last night when we watered?
Yeah.
It was late.
Yeah. Sinclair said he removes his stumps out with TNT. Catherine Kuhn says, Ms. Wanda, where can I find shade cloth? Where did we get ours from? We get ours from Grower Solutions.
Wait,
Is it Grower Solutions?
I want to say it was Grower Solutions.
There was a person on here last week. What was his name? That said he had tons of shade cloth for sale.
Yeah, he was on Wednesday.
Data Matrix.
DATAMATRIX.
Said that they had tons of shade cloth for sale and could get it in any percentage that you wanted.
See if they have a channel and ask if you message them or comment on one of their videos or something. Hi, Dry Gulp.
Beth, we don't use them on our sweet potatoes. Dry Gulp says, Danny and Wanda, I'm late getting here. Thank you. Somebody asked about how often we water our pots. We water our pots daily.
Okay, Firefly Moonpie says, how do you remember when to fertilize? Do you write it down? No.
No.
We don't write anything down. All these people with journals. Danny and I don't write nothing down. We probably should. But Danny's been doing it long enough. He just automatically
I look at the plants and know. I mean,
And I don't know. We just we're home all day. And this is our life. So we just kind of remember it. I don't know how to tell
Mama tried. No, I do not prune my peppers. The only thing I do is when my peppers are little. This year I'm experimenting with pinching the top side of them, and I think we're going to be going with that from here on out because we are really loading up with peppers by doing that.
Yeah. All right, so Megan is saying the Blue Lakes sprouted 3 days ago. Is it going to be a problem?
It depends on where's Megan live at. I forgot.
I don't know. If
you're in zone 8, it's going to be a problem.
They might or might not produce. It's according to how hot it gets.
Beth said, don't knock those of us that don't have the memory you do. My memory is not as good as it used to be.
No,
I used to have a photographic memory, but now it's not as photographic as it used to be.
How tall is your peppers that you pinched?
When they have 6 leaves on them, I take the top. I pinch the very top out because what that does is it stops the hormones from going up to the top of the plant, and it diverts all the hormones in the plant, starts growing outward, and it begins to branch and sprout out.
How often do you fertilize herbs? I would say maybe every couple of 3 weeks. Y'all don't have to be just religious with it. I mean, come on. If you go outside and it's been 2 to 3 weeks, go ahead and fertilize.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Danny and I do. We're not religious with anything. We're not on a set schedule. Every Monday at 4 o'clock we fertilize.
No.
Or every three Mondays at 7 o'clock we water. No, we just, if we see it needs doing, that's when we do it. And we try to remember, okay, we didn't fertilize last week, so maybe we ought to do that this week. And he has a running memory with like blueberries. He knows when they quit producing, you fertilize. So once you realize something like that with blueberries, after you picked them all, you fertilize. That's
Beth said, could I dig up pepper plants and put them in containers? Yes, as long as you get a lot of dirt with the roots and do not let the dirt fall off of the root. Water it really good, dig it up, and get a big clump of the wet dirt on the roots, and you can move it to a pot successfully, and it never knows it's been moved.
Danny, make sure there's film in your camera.
Observe the plant before fertilizing. It will tell you when they need it. That's exactly right.
Well, we actually forget to put the card in the camera occasionally.
Yeah. Do you pinch your bell peppers also? Yes. Yeah. All of them. I've learned to do them all. Is it okay to use Miracle Grow? Miracle Grow is just liquid nitrogen. It's okay to use it as long as you don't use it a lot, because it's just like crack or cocaine or anything like that. It will get used to it, and it will not produce unless you continue to use it. But if you use it like once every 2 weeks, just wet the ground around it good or wet the plant, it's okay. But don't go out there every day putting it on it.
Johanna was asking about canning. She was canning navy bean soup with ham in it. She had 10 pints. She ran out of propane halfway through. Did she need to start over? I would say yes.
Yes, you have to start all over.
Because anything with meat has to go an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you were only at, what, 45 minutes? I would say yes, start over.
Beth said, are y'all growing your peppers in the shade? Our peppers get the morning sun up until about 2 o'clock, and from 2 o'clock on, they're in the shade. And they're doing really good.
Millie is asking about potatoes, is trying to flower, but it's really small. It's her first year growing potatoes. What does that mean, and what can I do? Just let it keep going.
That's all you can do is just let it go.
How long before you dig? 100?
It's about 120 days on a potato before you dig. Some of them are 90, but most of them are
if they're small, just let it go until the plant starts dying.
Do I put new lids on the same? I would put new lids on them.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would take it and just clean the top and put new lids. Sinclair.
Oh, man. I don't know if you can put film in a digital camera, my friend. If you figure it out, let us know.
Yeah. Some people don't even know what film is. What types of veggies can be water bathed versus pressure canned?
Only acid vegetables
like
can be water canned.
Tomatoes. If you do pickles.
Yeah.
Your jams and jellies, which is fruits.
Anything that's got acid, or you can put vinegar and stuff. You can do okra and put vinegar in it. You can do other things and put vinegar in it, and you can water bath them. As long as the acid level is high enough.
But most veggies have to be pressure canned.
Yeah.
So check your bulb blue book. If you don't have one, hey, get one, because you won't go wrong if you stick with bulb pretty much.
Jamie says, how to grow your onions big. Well, when you first set them out, lots of water to start with and lots of nitrogen. Ammonium sulfate to be exact. And once they get to be big, take the water away, pull the dirt away from them so that the bulb is on top of the ground. The bulb cannot be underground.
We have yet to get this giant.
We grew some last year.
They weren't quite this big.
They were 3 inches. Yeah.
We had some about that big. But them big old onions you see, people, one day we are going to have them giant onions. I don't know what we're going to have to do. We've had the medium-sized onions.
Yeah. Good night, Steve. I'm glad you was able to come and join us there, my friend.
Thank you, McClendon. They said, I'm amazed at the subscribers and tons of information. Maddie Girl says, unspoken prayer request for her children. Jamie said he tried your bacon recipe and it was really good. We have been without bacon for so long.
We have killed our pigs. We have 4 huge pigs.
2 of them should already been done. Somebody got sick, so it's been put off. The other 2 are mating, so we're going to have baby pigs probably in the next little while. It's not going to be long before we'll have baby pigs. I'm really wanting some bacon, though. We've got to do something.
Okay. Let me see here. Well, it's time for prayer requests, I guess.
Yeah, it's getting...
Start putting your prayer requests up so everybody can see them.
Can you explain the difference between growing the little bulb onions and the onion starts again?
The little bulb onions is called a biennial. They're a 2-year crop. The first year they grow a bulb, the second year they go to seed. If you plant your onions from sets in the fall, you will have big onions in the spring. If you plant the bulbs, the little small bulbs in the spring, you'll only get a certain size onion, and then it's going to go to seed. That's all it's going to do. So that's basically it. It's more of a 1 or 2 year thing. The bulbs are already done grown 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
The sets is on their first year.
And 2, there is such thing as green onions. They're multiplying onions, and we have those. I've got to do some work with those. We may have some for sale before long.
Jamie says, have you ever tried to grow Cherokee purple tomatoes? Yes, and we love them. As a matter of fact, it is the best tasting tomato I've ever ate.
Will we put the pig butchering video over on Patreon? If we get
to do it, yes, we will.
We're debating on whether we have a friend that's a butcher, sending it to them, because we just don't have time. We've got a lot going on, and we're supposed to be canning a lot. Mimsy's garden is headed back from Cooksville.
Freedom Maker says, I'll be back in a few weeks. Would love to help with the piggies. Time to butcher a new species.
Prayers for Phyllis Stokes. We want to remember Melissa and Ben and baby Ben. Nikki Stanley.
Boss of the Swamp.
Starry is embarking on a new adventure.
She's on a new adventure, yep.
She's got
her a motorhome.
And she's going to be traveling south. And let's see. What else? I know there's lots
there's
of
so many. Oh, what about oh man.
Mr. John and his son. I'm
trying to think of all the people. We get so many messages.
Yeah. Now it's hard for us to keep
Ashley and her dad.
Her dad actually finished his chemo treatments.
Okay.
He did, and pray for a cousin who lost her baby boy who was stillborn on Mother's Day.
Okay. Through the kitchen window says, pray for me. I'm having surgery Tuesday. My right wrist will be out for 10 to 12 weeks. I'm so nervous about recovery.
We want to remember Freedom Makers too.
Yeah, Ms. Amanda, we want to remember her. Regina says she's been really sick with anxieties and panic attacks. Blood pressure has been high. Regina, I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder myself, so I kind of have a little bit of a feeling about. I'm not saying I know what you feel, but I have some similarities to that.
I see Mary Beth, Country Homestead Preacher, have requests. Jamie was asking, do you have any tips for growing cucumbers on a trellis?
They do well on a trellis, I know that. It makes them stay a lot cleaner.
Christy says she has a family member about to lose their house. They got behind after a job.
Oh, Harry.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's a Navy SEAL. Me and him have been very close for many years. And Harry has served our country. The government has put him in some of the most unrenowned places in the world. This boy has always come out with flying colors. He become an officer training the Navy SEALs afterwards. And he comes to our area.
Well, he's always been here, but
no, he ain't always been here. He's from Illinois.
Oh, is it?
He gets here. He becomes he's a carpenter like I am, but then he decides he wants to go and become an EMT. He starts becoming an EMT, and now he's caught something, and he's in
He's out of isolation.
Is he out of isolation now?
He was in isolation for 2 days while they determined what he had.
Now here's a guy who served his country and been in some of the worst war zones in the world.
And didn't pick up
anything. And comes home and becomes an EMT, and he ends up in the emergency room in an isolation ward because he caught something. I mean, how crazy is this?
Yes.
You know?
In our own
country.
These things, but he is out of isolation after 2 days. So
yeah, I don't know.
Tackles the world and then gets.
Well, it kind of reminds me, if you ever seen the movie Rambo, you know, when he met his friend and his friend ended up passing away, and he said he got himself killed in Nam and didn't even know it. You know, that's kind of what happens. A lot of these guys get themselves killed over there with some kind of chemical that's being used, and they come home and pass away. Or either they go over there and they fight in some of the worst areas that they've ever been in, and they come home and some simple something here, you know, gets them.
Auto Salvage Outlaws says you might remember. Some of you might remember us, some might not. Okay, you have to refresh our memories because I'm not sure if I remember Auto Salvage Outlaws. Gosmania lost a friend.
Her boyfriend.
I saw that.
We did see that. Yeah. Bree in her eyes. Oh, America Homestead. Jamie.
Okay,
I think
they were a Coon Mountain off-grid homestead.
Yeah, I think Jamie's cancer in her mouth. I think they may have getting that pretty close to being under control. They're not going to take the treatments, I don't think. I think they're doing it naturopathically, if that's the right word.
I don't remember how she's doing it, but yeah, something.
Anyway, let's go ahead and pray and see if we can't get people have time to get to bed tonight anyway, because a lot's done left. Father, we come to you tonight. We just want to thank you for being so good to us. You've been awesome. And Lord, we know that our country is going through some very troublesome times right now. The weather modification is just unreal. We do believe it's from having your hand lifted off of our country. And Father, it's you said that judgment must begin at the house of God. And Father, all it takes is for things to go bad, is for good people to do nothing, and we know that that's probably what's happened. And we just pray tonight that the ones that are in our chat here tonight, and the ones that's our subscribers, Lord, and all, are good people. And Lord, that you will watch over them through all the flooding, through the tornadoes, the hail, all the heat, everything that's happening, Father, that they'll be able to be sustained and not lose their stuff, and their health will be maintained. And Lord, we think about all of those that have illnesses tonight. I mean, Baby Ben, and Lord, the list that we talked about a while ago. You're the great physician. You heard all of our words, and you know the words we spoke them. Lord, we pray that you will reach down from your mighty throne in heaven and heal their bodies, Father. Heal our bodies, Lord. Heal our own bodies. Wanda's and mine both. We have physical issues. We just don't talk about them. We pray you'll heal ours also, and Lord, so that people can see the hand of God at work through the healing of the body, Lord. And Father, we know there's those that have said they need surgery. Pray for them through surgery, Lord, that everything will go well. We pray for those that are in recovery, Lord, those that have had cancer. Lord, we just, those that have mental illnesses, Father. Lord, our soldiers, as we go into Memorial Day weekend, those that gave their life that we might have the freedom to do just what we're doing here tonight, Lord. We want to remember those guys and ladies that are fallen. And Father, we pray for the families that lost them, that you will fill the void in their life and let them know that it was not in vain that they passed, Father. And Lord, we want to thank you for just being so kind to us and being so good, for granting us this opportunity on this channel to be able to reach people, to be able to help people with gardening issues. We pray for the wisdom and the understanding and the knowledge to know what to do and when to do it, Father. And Father, we just want to ask you to just please watch over everybody in the chat tonight, Father. Whatever their circumstance is, take care of it for them and heal them. And let them know that they have someone on this end that's remembering them and praying for them on a daily basis now. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
And we want to thank everybody for subscribing to us, for joining into the chats, for making us feel loved. We get cards and letters. We get emails.
Yeah.
People are sending us things all the time, and it makes us feel good when we read people's stories.
We get so many stories, guys. It's heartbreaking. Some of them are heart-rendering. And
then they tell us that because they watched a video of some sort, it brought them to the point that they started trying to garden, or they started trying to prep.
A lot of them had given up.
They had.
And they said, you have given us hope again, you know?
And so that's kind of where we're at. We are so thankful for the 70,000 subscribers that we do have. So you guys, if you want to enter into the contest, watch the video for the Greenstalk, please go to the link.
Yes.
Because, y'all, I like my Greenstalk. If something were to happen that we couldn't grow very much, at least we have the Greenstalk, and we can grow something.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to encourage people. If you have some type of container or something, the black pots that we grow in, 5-gallon buckets, any kind of container you could get that you could put something in.
Yeah.
Grow something. Or
Grow
at least
something.
go
Try.
to the stores and buy something and prep it up.
Yes.
Because by the fall, you're going to need it. The prices of food is going to get kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's we do this out of love, you know, and we really have a great desire to see people get help, because we know what's coming. God has opened our eyes to what's coming, and we want to be able to be a blessing to some, so that when YouTube is no longer here, people can say, I remember, you know, or you write it down or whatever. And
yes, because there's going to be people, I mean, we get it all the time, people kind of fussing at us about something we say or do. But those are going to be the people that when something happens, they're going to say, hey, I remember throwing a fit at this couple because they said da-da-da-da-da-da. And they're going to go, but that'll stick in their mind. So we hope we help.
Julianne.
Hey, Julianne. We hope that we help people, even though they don't think we're helping them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's unreal.
It is unreal.
Julianne, Dirt Patch Heaven, is the first person that shouted us out.
She was the first person that ever gave us a shout out.
We had our channel 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure she'll tell you that. 2 weeks, she found us somehow or other, and she messaged us, and she did what she called a shout out Sunday, I believe.
Yep, it was a shout out Sunday.
And Danny and I did not even know. She said, can you do a video and send to me for Shout Out Sunday? And we had to message back going, we didn't know what a shout out was. And we go, and how do we send you? I mean, she had to walk us through everything because we didn't know how to send a video to her. We really didn't know how to do a video. If you go back and watch her Shout Out Sunday with Deep South about 4 years ago, you'll know we're really, really green back then.
Yeah. And guys, if y'all are not subscribed to Julianne, go over and subscribe to her. I mean, she's got a good channel. She's back in Idaho right now. I watch her videos all the time in her small, tiny cabin there working.
And if y'all don't know, she spent right at 3 weeks here with us around Christmas 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And then she was gone to Florida for a few weeks, and she came back and spent right at 2 weeks. So her and John are like our kids, sorta, kinda, you know. So y'all check her out.
Check her out, yeah.
Let's see what else we got going on.
Well, I don't know.
We're kind of just.
We're just kind of unwinding today. You know, we've come off of a high. You know, we're coming down. We got to rest tonight.
Gemini, it's Dirt Patch Heaven.
Dirt Patch Heaven. It's just like it's wrote under her name.
And there's only one H in it.
Yeah.
Dirt Patch Heaven. And at the end of Patch and Heaven, you only have one H. That's why some people have a time finding it.
Yeah. Wanda and I are very picky about who we do shout-outs for. We do shout-outs for several channels every so often because we really go watch that channel for a while. And we really want channels that put content out. Yeah.
And just like in our, on Facebook, I'm trying to think, the Gathering Place.
Yes.
It's Deep South Homestead Gathering Place on Facebook. On Fridays, we're going to start letting channels throw one video up on a Friday so that people can get to know you. And there is also a group called Small YouTube Channels on Facebook, and they let people just put videos up all the time, get recognition. get to know each other. It helps the small channels find other channels. And so Facebook is a good way to get in touch with other YouTubers.
Yeah.
And get encouragement and help and things like that. And y'all don't forget to go watch my Cherokee Tan versus Seminole Pumpkin videos. There's a playlist. You have to keep going back and checking because every 2 or 3 days I'm having people send me videos.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that you guys will start watching the Cherokee Tan videos. Right now they're all in the planting stage. But in the fall they're going to do videos showing if they grew anything and how much they grew. So. All right.
Okay.
So I'm getting tired and sleepy.
You getting tired and sleepy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm sure a lot of these are.
The hippie is, we're in Mississippi.
Southern Mississippi.
Like,
There's a lot of difference in being in northern Mississippi, central Mississippi, or southern Mississippi. Because I've lived in central Mississippi, and it's a total different world there than it is here.
We're almost at the Gulf Coast.
Almost to the Gulf Coast.
So
Yeah.
you guys have a...
Y'all have a wonderful... if we don't see you again, be looking for our videos because they'll be coming out.
Yeah.
We have Memorial Day weekend coming up. Everybody be safe. And guys, just pay attention to who's in the chat. If they have a channel and you like them, go check them out. And if they're worth watching and something that you're interested in, go watch them and do what you need to do. If you need to sub to them, sub to them. If you don't like them, please don't thumbs down them or destroy their channel or anything like that. You know, if it's not something...
There's so much negativity going on.
It is so much negativity out there, it's just not worth it. I mean, I look at hundreds of channels a week. If I don't like them, I don't thumbs down them. I just move on to the next one. I go, okay.
I have never given a channel a thumbs down.
Well,
Never,
I have.
never.
I give one time.
But I've never done it. Even though I don't like somebody or I don't like what they say, I just automatically click off. I don't leave a comment, and I definitely would not leave an ugly comment because it reflects on your channel.
And
if you get on your channel and you lambast other channels,
it's not worth it.
Very good. And Danny's been accused of that when he really wasn't pinpointing a channel.
I've been accused of everything in the world because I am not, get this straight, I'm going to look at the camera and I'm going to say this, I am not politically correct. Politically correct, if you want to know the definition of politically correct, it's called socialism and communism, okay? And I'm not politically correct. I may hurt your feelings, and I may not hurt you.
Does.
But it's who I am.
Joint Chiefs of Staff says, if I don't see you again, the old red rooster's yours. I remember that from somewhere. I just don't remember where I remember it. Oh, Christy says she gave one to a person being nasty to another channel. Yeah, now that might. But, you know, people, I don't understand being nasty. We have so many people being nasty on YouTube, and it's not worth it.
It ain't worth it.
So you guys keep your channels straight, above board, and do what you can to just put out good content.
That's it, guys. I mean, we come on here to be, we're not entertaining, okay? There's one thing about me and Wanda.
We are entertaining.
We might be entertaining for old people. I don't know.
We are.
But, because we are old people. But we are not an entertainment channel. We have entertaining videos. But at the same time, we're mainly about teaching and learning. And we do hands-on.
Yeah.
We have DIYs and everything like that. We answer questions. But guys, look, we're here just to have a blast. You know, I mean, we're to have a good time. If you don't like me, please leave. Don't be
That's
ugly.
usually, Danny has said that on several videos. He says, look, if you don't like me, I don't need you over here being nasty and ugly.
Right.
We don't need that kind of stuff. This is like our house. Our channel is our house. We don't like people here that are nasty and ugly.
Right.
And we would ask them to leave.
Right.
So if your channel is your house and you treat it that way, you know, you wouldn't want ugliness in your house. You would ask them to leave.
Yeah.
So,
what's the famous quote of the other guy? If you don't want to survive the coming apocalypse, then don't listen to me.
If you don't want to.
That's what I said. If you don't want to survive the coming apocalypse, then don't listen to me.
That's sustenance and
Sustenance
covering.
and covering. Only God knows how this man will be. Oh, he's a great guy though.
We love him.
We
He's
love him to
something.
death.
That's always I kept asking him, why did you name it sustenance and covering? I had this thing, you know, in my mind. He had a totally different reason, guys.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that on the video he was here.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right, we got to get off of here. We'll keep on talking all night long. We done went like 20 more minutes, so.
Yeah.
Y'all go watch out Golf Mania. They have Tailgate Talk tomorrow, so y'all check them out. It's a good channel. They're our neighbors down the road here. And
Through my kitchen windows, they like waking up with us every morning.
well, a lot of people like waking up to coffee, but some people say they wake up to us. I don't know what's wrong with them, but I guess, you know.
I have to have my coffee.
Good night,
I'm not good
everybody.
with
We got to
us.
get off of here. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.